I swear, one of these streams, I won't have technical difficulties. Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday to everyone. Thank you for joining me today as I continue my first watch through of X-Files. Before we get into the episodes I'll be covering, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Help me in getting to 1,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is March. So with that out of the way, let's get kind of let's kind of ease our way into it. It is Saturday morning after all. It is 10 a.m. on this side of the nation. Why is my music not playing? I'm sorry, guys. Give me one moment. Gotta have a little bit of. There we go. Okay. All right. So we're talking about episode 5 and 6 today. Jersey Devil and the Shadow. These are my first watch through, and as always at the end of the episode review, because we're going to review both episodes, I will rate it 1 out of 5 alien heads depending on how scary or creepy it is. So we'll get into that, but let's go to the chat. I'm disorganized, guys. See, this is really me first thing waking up. Jake Martin for $5. I want to believe, Nadia. I want to believe too. I actually do believe. I'm terrified of aliens. So, Jake, let me play something for you. I don't have anything X-Files, but how about this one?
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Blaze appropriate in all sense, right? Rachel, good morning. Oh my god, was that a young Anthony rap? Maybe? Chris, I made it! Dang it, I should rewatch these episodes. Yes, rewatch them with me. As I watch them for the first time, you rewatch them. I'll be having guests on in a few weeks too. Tom, I've seen all the episodes. I'm curious, no spoilers, Tom, but I'm curious, which is the best season in your opinion? Anthony, greetings. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. All right. So we're going to be talking about the Jersey Devil first, which is season 1, episode 5. Mulder and Scully investigate a series of bizarre murders in the New Jersey Pine Barrens area, all of which seem to be connected into a sighting of a legendary creature known as the Jersey Devil. While Scully sees rational explanation, Mulder is convinced they're dealing with a real-life monster from folklore. What would have been... I've read about the Jersey Devil. What is the Jersey Devil? Okay. In South Jersey and Philadelphia folklore in the United States, Jersey Devil, also known as the Lead Devil, is a legendary creature said to inhabit the forests of the Pine Barrens of South Jersey. The creature is often described as a flying bipedid with hooves. There are many different variations. That's what I thought we were getting. Let me open up this image and share this with the screen. Season 2? Okay. I'm excited to get to that point. Season 1's pretty good. All right, so this is what the Jersey Devil is. Supposedly. Folklore. This is what it looks like. This is what I thought I was getting. Spoilers, and most of you have seen it, you know, this is not what I received. I thought I was getting a legit monster, not feral people in the woods. But hey, why not, right? There's a folklore about everything. So let's go over here. So it opens up with a camper going missing, or taken in a sense, eaten, and a bunch of people looking for him. So that's why I thought we were getting a real monster, not people who can just like dig their nails into people's chests and stuff. So the themes of this is folklore and mythology. So it explores the urban legend, like we said, of the Jersey Devil. Human evolution, it touches on evolutionary biology, the possibility of primitive human-like creatures surviving in modern times, right? There's always stories of like feral children being found. And the fear of the unknown. As all X-Files episodes are. The fear of misunderstanding the creature or phenomenon that are not easily explained. I'm going to say this episode, while I'm enjoying all of them, this one kind of is it's the weakest one to me so far out of all of them. Hi, Sassy Pants. Good morning. it's, I don't know. The other episodes always kind of teetered on, is it real or not? And obviously from Mulder's perspective, you get a little bit more of like, oh, it's definitely real. Like these aliens exist, these spaceships exist. And then from Scully's standpoint, for some reason she's never able to make it to the thing. Like in the next episode we'll be talking about in the shadow, Mulder like races out of the car and sees this chick couldn't hold up with him. Like, come on now. So we go through the opening. Anti-gravity is right. It is right. For sure it is. So the episode, they get the word of it, the local police. So they decide to go investigate on it. And remember, the Jersey Devil is a folklore, so it's been around for a long time. By the way, these two, the chemistry is great. The chemistry is great. I really like how, I guess it's not sexual in my opinion. There's like a bond there that's like slowly, steadily appearing. Give me 1 second. To blow my nose, and that is not something you guys want to see. First thing in the morning. Okay. It is like steadily like a deepened bond that's happening progressively over the episodes. I seem to remember a kick-ass Coheed and Cambria, I hope I said that right, song about the Jersey Devil. I'm sure I didn't say that right. I'm pretty sure I didn't say that right. I'm pretty sure. This is my first coffee of the day. I'm just waking up. My cup says, I don't give a slither shit. So, all right, let's move on. So they get to Jersey. I will say, watching these episodes without commercials, pretty peak. They were super big at one point when I was a wee Jake. I don't know if you guys got any of that. Yeah, I enjoyed the episode up until the point of which when they eventually find out that it's a feral woman on this. As they're investigating through this, Mulder really thinks that it's some kind of creature that is doing this, right? As always. And I was really hoping for a great monster episode. I was like, Jersey Devil? Heck yeah! I got my first monster episode last week. What a disappointment, man. Not a bad episode by any means. I would understand at the time when it was airing that the twist of it being like feral people in the woods instead of an actual monster plays out pretty well. I get it. Not for me. I don't know why. Didn't click. I was expecting like a hooved, like CGI, like flying creature that is just like sitting there, and they, or just like with wings or like fly. You kind of see it. Where would you, like bad 90s, early 2000s CGI, where it's obviously like outlined creature. Because the Jersey Devil's, to me, the Jersey Devil doesn't get a lot of focus because there's the Mothman, and so when people think of like cryptids, right, they go, oh, Bigfoot, alien. I don't know if aliens is considered a cryptid. Loch Ness Monster, and the Mothman. I've never heard somebody just ramble off in the first 5, the Jersey Devil, out of all of it. Hi, Dieter. I catch some of Julie's show last night. She did really good. That was a good interview. Actually, your VOD, drop it in the chat. For those of you, if you like the X-Files, maybe you've seen the recent show From, which was on MGM Plus this past year. And Julie, who is like an amazing deep dive content creator, she's doing Severance right now, but she's going backwards into the deep dives of From. She actually got to interview one of the actors, the man in the yellow suit. So, Dieter, if you could be so kind as to drop the link to that stream in the chat, it would be great. Please go sub to Julie, please, because she is awesome at all of her deep dives. Not like me, who rambles on about X-Files. I also liked that in this episode as well, there's like a dynamic of like Scully going out on a date with a dude who has kids, which I was like, girl, you're young, you're feisty. Why are you dating it? I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you don't want your own kids. Who knows? Maybe you're a girl boss. I don't actually kind of get girl boss from her. So she has gone on a date with this dude. I kind of feel like Mulder's a little jealous to it. Thank you, Dieter. Thank you. It comes off jealousy in this episode. Their dynamic is so good. So good. I'm so surprised by it. I was expecting a little bit more cheesiness to it. I didn't expect such good chemistry right off the bat between the two. I assume it just evolves throughout the seasons. Everyone leaves in the... Oh, okay. Okay. No worries. Yes. So they decide to check out a homeless encampment too, as they investigate further into the disappearance of, the death of this camper, and what the locals might see as what is going on. And when they run into one dude, he shows a picture that he had drawn. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, that's it. Give me 1 second, because YouTube likes to ding if I share too much. Yeah, all right. There we go. Does that look like the Jersey Devil to you guys? Doesn't to me. Does not to me. As at this point, when this picture was shown, I was like, man, we're not getting an actual monster with wings and hooves and like tails and flying around. I hope there's a Mothman episode where we actually get a Mothman. Anybody ever tangent? Anybody ever seen, what was it? It's a Mothman movie from 2002. Yeah, with what's his face? Why can't I think of it? Richard Gere. Anybody ever seen that movie with Richard Gere when he's investigating? It's the Mothman Prophecies. That's what it's called. Yeah. Anybody seen it? Yeah. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Yeah. I saw that a long time ago. Maybe I should revisit that. Ooh. You know how, and again, another tangent. I'm sorry. I know if you're here for X-Files, this is how it is. This is how it is. I'm so sorry. I go on tangents and then we get back to the episode. My channel does monthly like movie tier list with a group. Like we have one today. After this stream at 3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern time. If you come back to the channel, we're doing vampire movies. We watched about 30 vampire movies. We're gonna tier them, have a good time. I've got some clips, all that good stuff. I wonder if I should do. That was a long way of asking. I wonder if I should do cryptid horror movies as a tier thing for March. It's my birthday month, and I was going to do Nadia's top 20 horror movies, but maybe let me ask the group. That'd be kind of fun. But horror movies, vampire, vamp. I don't know. I'm gonna have to lay it out and stuff. We'll see. Okay, back to the episode. So Mulder decides to switch places with this dude so he can kind of see what is happening at nighttime. So he sends him to the motel and decides to camp out as a homeless dude for the night. Which entails this chick shows up. I was saying the other day, cryptids. I don't know. Can everybody hear me? I'm having such technical issues. Give me one moment. I apologize. You can hear me? Okay. One moment. Why? I will be right back, guys. I'll be right back. I promise. I promise. Give me one moment. Sorry about this. What a wild time. I don't know what happened. Sorry, everybody. What a way to wake me up. What a see, StreamYard, man. Nadia is out there, man. My internet just completely. Oh, I might do it again. Is it gonna do it again? Am I still alive? Can you guys hear me? Many great horror movies around 2000. I'm gonna so like it shows that my internet's not on, but I think I'm on Wi-Fi, or maybe I'm on my hotspot. I don't know. I'm on some. We see you. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Zach. Good morning. Good morning. I can't see you. I don't even see your little icon, but it's okay. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. Let's get through this. Let's get through this. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. So Mulder decides to be a homeless person for the night to check out to see what is going on, and chaos ensues. This chick shows up naked. I assume. Like you never really see a full body, but I assume this chick is naked in some way. Stir of Echoes is the next. Yeah. I know we were talking about cryptids horror movies. Oh, I completely dropped off of X. I'm live there and live there. So weird. Okay, it doesn't matter. X doesn't matter. X doesn't matter. X is going to give it to you. Okay. So he decides to pursue her and then gets arrested on top of it. Mulder gets arrested a lot in this. I don't know why. What craziness ensues, right? I promise you, like maybe next week when I come back for episodes 7 and 8, chaos won't ensue, right? Chaos won't ensue on this. So I promise. I'll try to do my best. Gets arrested. Gets bailed out as well. When they go to investigate, I do like this scene where I just saw it. Yeah, where she's on a date. I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. That's kind of. When's Kevin Bacon's birthday? That's when I would do like Kevin Bacon horror movies. July 8th. Ooh. Hollow Man's good. Hollow Man is a better modern interpretation of The Invisible Man than The Invisible Man that came out in the last couple of years. Sorry, not sorry. I think it's a not Hollow Man. I think Hollow Man's kind of fun. I think Invisible Man, a bit of a mid movie. I think because of that one particular scene where they like cut the chick's throat, the dinner scene. Yeah, I think it's mid. Other than that, that's the only scene everybody can point to, and then Nobody else talks about any other part of that movie. So I think a Hollow Man is definitely a better interpretation of it. Okay, Scully is on a date. I don't think she's really having it. She's pretty though in this. I like this getup. I like that they dressed her very bright colors a lot some of the times. Like she had a all red suit, wearing white here and stuff. Plays the fact that she's a redhead. I know they're rebooting the X-Files. I wonder if they're going to continue with a redhead, or are they going to no redheads allowed? Who knows, right? We get to where this Mulder decides to chase and find the feral creatures, which turned out to be feral people. Yeah, this red suit's freaking awesome. Into the woods, he chases her, and then the townsfolk decides to shoot her. And I love the scene where he asks, "Why'd you kill her?" Same reason you kill a rabid animal. Come again? What did I say? What did I say? Come again? What did I say? Did I say something? My English not come through very well? I must have said something. For Rachel to use all caps and go, "Come again!" Oh yeah. They're rebooting. You didn't know this? They are rebooting. I'm pretty sure. I heard rebooting the X-Files. Yeah. Announced in 2023. Series is envisioned as a reboot, which means it'll likely not to be a continuation of Mulder and Scully's universe, but instead offer a total fresh start to the X-Files. Reboot the X-Files was announced in 2023. And yeah. Oh no, here we go. Okay. So, X-Files are being rebooted by Ryan Coogler, director of Black Panther and Creed. The reboot will be produced by Disney. It will feature a diverse cast. It is still in development. Chris Carter, the creator of the X-Files, has expressed confidence in Coogler's ideas. Gillian Anderson, who played Scully, says she's open to being involved in the reboot. So yeah. Yep. Reboots are coming. Because they gotta reboot everything. So if it's done, so again, I've only seen 6 episodes of this series, okay? I feel like if done right, you could reboot it and update it a little bit more if you get a bigger budget on the effects and style of it. The only issue I would see is that the writing and the dynamic between, because like I feel these two have such great chemistry between the two. I don't know if you could recapture that. So I don't know now though if they're going to be searching for more DEI, because if they want a successful series to honor both the original and the fans watch it, I don't know if they're going to do that. But yeah, think of new things. I don't understand rebooting stuff. As somebody who is a avid reader and an avid comic book reader too on top of it, granted, most comic book adaptations are but there's a ton of horror comics. So like there's a ton of like, you can make a series out of my favorite comic, Harrow County. There's what do we got here? Death Follows, which is another good comic. Lock and Key, they fucked up already on Netflix. Preacher was okay for the first couple episodes. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we don't do comic book adaptations. Maybe let's not do that. Maybe not do that. Disney thinking about establishing canon and the fans. In my timeline, yes. In this timeline, no. No. But who knows, right? Okay. And I also, one of the other parts of this episode that I like, and granted, I think this is the weakest one of all, is that you could see the bond between the two of them kind of deepening a little bit more because Scully decides not to go back on a date with that dude and instead follow Mulder. So I don't know if these two hook up. I've never looked it up. Don't tell me. I'm curious though. I am curious. But I want it to evolve slowly. And then we find out At the end of this episode, there's another feral person. So, while I can understand the, how do you say, like thinking outside the box on this one, instead of actually using a creature design, I will say, not that scary. I think the weakest episode out of the 6 I've seen so far of the season. And I'm going to give it 1 alien head out of 5. Not that scary. Not that scary at all. If you want to see a very scary movie with feral children, watch Mama by Del Toro. I think it's by Del Toro, right? Mama, 2000 and what was it? 13? Yeah, 2013. Oh, sorry, not Del Toro. I think he produced. Muschietti did this, directed, and he did this story too. I confused the two. I feel like it was marketed though as produced by. Anyway, Mama's pretty. It's a decent horror movie. It's pretty creepy, but if you want to see real feral children, yeah. I know. I saw that Sandman got the boot yesterday. So that Variety article ends with season 2. That means there is absolutely with whether you believe Neil Gaiman or don't believe him or whatever, this is going to backfire on a ton of projects of his stuff being adapted to screen. And that tells me for sure the idea of American Gods ever coming back will never happen at this point. Will never. And to be honest, I was okay with the Sandman. I've read the comics. There were a couple changes that they took liberty on that I wasn't too much of a fan on. But as always, when people are like, oh, this show got canceled. Well, if it's a book or a comic, go to the source and just read it. Just read it. So, all right. So, episode 6, I really enjoyed. So, episode 6 is called Shadows. Agent Mulder and Scully look into a mysterious death of an executive, which seems to be linked to a woman named Lauren Kite. I think it's her last name. They discover that Lauren had been protected by a special guardian, possibly a ghost of her former boss, who will stop at nothing to keep her safe. The agents delve into supernatural as they uncover the truth behind these protective spirits. I don't know why it says these protective spirits, because to me, honestly, it looks like only one protective spirit. So, American Gods was really good, yeah. I'm really disappointed that got canceled, but that was just so expensive for them to produce. Okay, so, that being said, I really liked this episode. Coming off the fact that 5 was a little bit weaker than the rest of them. Again, not a bad episode entirely, just not what I was expecting. I expected like a hooved creature to be, walking around. So episode 6, The Shadow, the themes are protections beyond death. So the central theme is the idea that someone could be protected by a supernatural force even after they're dead. I mean, some of us and myself, believe in like guardian angels, things like that. Loyalty and duty, the concept of loyalty, not in life, but extended beyond, exploring through the protective entity. Concept of loyalty that extends to beyond. Hope my husband understands. If I go before him, loyalty still stands, even if I'm 6 feet under. Vengeance and justice. The narrative deals with the themes of seeking justice or revenge from beyond the grave. And the points of it. There's like psychokinetic abilities. This episode kind of introduces it with the entity or spirit. I don't really think so. When I was researching and this was brought up as a point, like it's just a ghost being a ghost. And then also showcases Mulder and Scully's dynamic, with Mulder leaning towards paranormal explanation, Scully obviously leaning more towards a scientific one, which I don't understand how you can. But there's a particular scene in this episode kind of irked me a little bit. Moral ambiguity. There's an exploration of whether the actions of the protective spirit are justified or if they cross ethical lines. So, I liked this episode. I thought it was pretty creepy. All good, Jacob. We're on episode 6, The Shadow. Welcome. Happy Saturday. I don't know why I want to keep saying Happy Sunday. Do not know why I want to keep saying Happy Sunday for some reason. What year was this? X-Files season 1. 1993. Woo! I wasn't even in high school yet. Wow. Alright, so opens up with a secretary who's very distraught over her boss's death, which it was weird watching this episode. I had to watch it a second time. And I understand later in the episode it's kind of alluded to that the executive, who's Howard, thought of Lauren as a daughter, but at first it kind of didn't come off like that. Or maybe I'm just a sick-minded individual. So she's upset because Howard has passed away, or I believe had taken his life. One of the two. Mysterious around his death, which kind of comes into play later on in this episode as well. She's cleaning out his office, grabbing some things, and she grabs this thing because when she's about to leave, it moves. So that's your first hint that there's a ghost. I thought they were going to explain it as, I don't know, magnetic forces, right? I didn't really think they were going to lean into the ghost aspect into this so early on into this series, but I'm here for it. I dig it. It is kind of creepy. There's also a parallel storyline going on through here where the business partner of Howard was doing some kind of shady stuff. Howard found out about it, and that the business partner hired to have him killed. So, womp womp, spoilers, that's where it kind of leads to. Hit that like button or Nadia will attack you like that wild woman, the feral woman. I don't know if my hair, well, yeah, my hair's kind of messy, kind of like that. I kind of like that. But I can't run that fast. I don't run. I should run. But I feel like I like to walk. Like if I go to the gym, I'll walk on the treadmill like at an elevated angle. I can't run. I find it boring. I'm like, if nothing's chasing me, why am I running? But then somebody could say, well, the whole point is to run in case something does eventually chase you. Maybe, right? I don't know. Either way, I need indoor plumbing. I need a soft pillow. I can't be feral. Maybe sometimes. I don't know. All right. Wow, we went through episode 5 pretty fast. It shows you how much I didn't like it. Didn't like it. I feel like it. You know what I mean. You all know what I mean. As I ramble on this morning on this. I also like all of the early 90s outfits. Kind of lead a little bit into the 80s. It's pretty good. I think it's right here. Hold on. Holding. Yeah, where it moves a little bit. I was like, oh, maybe it just slid. Maybe the desk is, tilted on it. I don't know how to. You know what's my problem? I probably need more coffee. That's my problem. Probably should go get a nice coffee. I want to get one of those coffee cups that have the little disc that you put it keeps it hot. Death is always chasing us. Cardio for life. I mean, as Henry Cavill says, there's other ways to get cardio. All right, back to the episode. So when Lauren was leaving the office, she gets attacked by two gentlemen, and I don't know, after rewatching even a second time, if they were hired to take her out because of the relationship she had, the father-daughter relationship she had with Howard. But this is also our first you can come in. Do I already had coffee.
You want another coffee first?
Nah.
Okay.
I'll go out for coffee.
The coffee is
Coffee is out there. Thank you, love. These two dudes fall in like nothing, not even purple, not even a little white. This added just to give us death. We're gonna skip over that, maybe because we thought, oh, we're filming in the dark. We're not gonna actually put some, vein here or bruising around the neck if they got choked to death. None of that. We're just gonna leave it as is. All right, son, let's do this. Hydrate, folks. Hydrate. Make sure you're hydrating. So this was the first sign of, first death we've seen this ghost do by taking out these two guys. Because it's kind of obvious. I know it cuts where she's like taken away off screen and you hear some noise and then it cuts and then we meet the two teenagers who or homeless kids who find the bodies and such. But basically this ghost choked the other two out. Which brings Mulder and Scully into the investigation of it. Look how young they look, man. I know I'm rambling a little bit, but man. Is it I almost said David Arquette. It's not David Arquette. It's David. Oh, why? Why is it so hard? I'm not gonna say it's like douche. The company. The company. Okay. Is she pregnant and filming? Yes, she was. You're correct, Rachel. Thank you for X-Files trivia on this one. Gillian Anderson was pregnant when she auditioned for it. She didn't let anybody know when she got the part too, until she started like kind of showing this stuff. But yeah, you're correct. She is pregnant during this. He's so young in this, and I know he becomes like, didn't he have like a scandal? I'm pretty sure he did, like a sex scandal. Had an affair with a Hungarian tennis instructor. I feel like that's. Oh right, he was a sex addict. But didn't he have a show playing a sex addict? Californication, wasn't that? I've seen like bits and pieces of it. It didn't really kind of catch me. Like, it wasn't my vibe a little bit, but I feel like Californication. Wow, it ran for almost 7 years. Jeez. But I feel like he comes off as a sex addict in it. Maybe not. I don't know. Horny David. Good looking dude, though. Very good looking dude. Younger. I know my husband's watching, so I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Investigating the bodies. Okay, I'm intrigued. But how can we investigate? They don't have anything to go on, guys. Yeah, it was a weird way to connect this into being an X-File. Fingerprints on the glasses. Her clothes gets baggier as the season goes on. Is that why the big red pantsuits and stuff? That's all right. She's still pretty. She's still very pretty. I think she's still pretty even to this day. She was in the first season of American Gods, too. She's been in a lot of stuff, like cameos and things, right? I believe. What's the latest thing she's done? Sex Education, which was on IMAX. She was in Hannibal, right? She was Hannibal's psychologist. So, fingerprints on glasses. This is how we make X-Files, guys. Sup, boners. Sup, Jana. Jana Banana. Jana Banana. I also like the fact that no, I don't like the fact when she tries to go see the business partner who's kind of taking off. Her politics are everybody's politics are nutty. Everybody is. Even Jana's especially. The ghost makes this lady spill her coffee, which I was thinking, McDonald's lawsuit, here we go. so that it can get the attention of the other partner so that Lauren can actually speak to him and giving the 2 weeks notice on it. Mine are insane. A lot of BH, right, Jana? A lot of BH. 24 of you watching me ramble on about the X-Files. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are awesome. There is a poll over on the YouTube side. So if you want to come on over, those of you that are creeping and lurking on X, if you're a bot, don't come over. But everybody else, come on over. I knew you were going to do that, Jana. And please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Come along for the ride on the ramble of the X-Files as I talk about episodes each week on Saturday mornings because I want to get up for you guys. So I also thought this interaction between the two of them was a little weird. And then upon rewatching, understanding that he was trying to make sure that nothing traced back to him in the investigation that the FBI was doing on, I think it was an arms dealing or something to that extent. I can't remember exactly. And if Jacob's in the chat, I believe he'll know the answer. And because it came off kind of predatory and weird, especially when he grabs her face in this scene, in which the protective ghost, pushes this dude back, and because Lauren's coming in to give her 2-week notice, this dude does not want her to leave, wants her to stay, obviously to keep an eye on her and to make sure, she's not going to the cops or FBI to talk about maybe some mishaps or things. And the ghost basically protects her again. I've read weird books of like romantic how do I say this PG romantic story, like love stories between humans and ghosts. That's as PG as I can say it. And this never mind, I don't know where I was going with that. Romantic. Don't act like I don't come to you and read paragraphs of it. Sometimes. Yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, it was I believe it was exporting like things. I have a ghost. It's like yes. I have a ghost boyfriend. What of it? The ghost wanted his boo back. Wait, can I unclick it? Oh. Weird. Oh, StreamYard is acting up. Reading some sassy ghost romance. But listen, I dive into a lot of weird books that my TikTok feeds to me. Anyway, all right, back to the episode. There's dual investigations happening on here. And when they go talk to Lauren, have they ever seen these two men before? And she hasn't. And then she's lying, basically. StreamYard acted a fool. Internet acted a fool. I'm going to have to reset everything before the next stream. PlayStation 5 acted a fool. Don't kill Copa. He would kill me. Oh, wait. I'm not laughing at that, Chana. Wait, now I am. I got you. At least you'll be taken care of both in this life and after the next, right? I want to get to... Yeah. This felt very much out of like a horror movie. Seeing the blood just like... creepy. Basically, Howard's trying to communicate to her that he was killed. Definitely being pervy. He was being pervy. Grabbed her by the face. I'm like, somebody grab me by the face like that. I'm biting off a finger. Okay, maybe I am a feral individual. in certain aspects. just certain things, certain aspects of it. Who knows, right? So the her boss, which is Howard's partner now, feels like she's telling the cops something, or she knows something at this point, right? Just the way, especially during the party scene, alluding to, where is it? By the way, this lady, when they're going around confirming that Howard is actually dead, because Scully's like, there's no, maybe it's somebody, maybe he faked his death. This lady straight to the screen is just like, I don't know why it made me giggle of just like how serious she was in this scene. Like, I felt like I was watching a soap opera for a second here. It kind of entails, it's like dark water. What is dark water? I need to, dark water. 2002? Let's see. A mother going through a divorce moves into a rundown apartment with her daughter. Oh, why do I feel like I've seen this? Oh, this looks cool. Japanese horror? I think so, right? Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. Thank you, Tom. I love foreign horror. 2002, I was in high school. Did you hear? Okay, rambling a little bit. Anybody here, which I think is the dumbest thing ever. Hi, Shield. Welcome. Happy Saturday. They're remaking the audition for the Western audience by the same guy who did the Western version of Speak No Evil, which I know there is a stream and maybe a review I have on the channel. I know there's definitely a stream about it because I really love the original Speak No Evil, the Dutch, I think it's Dutch. Yes, Norwegian, whatever. Dutch Norwegian version of it. Really great, very dark. Just read subtitles. They remade, and it's only a 2-year-old, well, now 3-year-old, but 2-year movie at the time. They remade it for Western audiences, and I feel they dumbed it down so much. It was so bad. Like, nobody can tell me anything good about that movie except for that they liked what's his face in it. Dang, why is my brain not working this morning? 2024. James McAvoy, who was like a little off the hinge, right? Kind of like Wood, right? 100%. But not it. The original is so good because it takes its time, builds through the story, and then the ending is just so drastic and heartbreaking. You're just like stunned, and then they dumped it down for a Western audience. So now they're doing the same thing for the Japanese movie Audition, which is really gruesome, kind of gross in my opinion. Very good though. Remaking it for a Western audience by the same guy who did the Speak No Evil. So in a nutshell, stop remaking movies that are good, that are foreign movies, and make your own shit. The end. So I feel like we're gonna be entering the air. I know we've had reboots at camera just fell. I know we had I'm just have technical difficulties. We've had reboots and remakes for the last, I don't know, forever, but I feel like it's really been like sped up in the process of like doing, especially for foreign horror. I'm like, just read. Oh my god. Hold on, folks. Oh, she's so cute right now. Hold on. I'll share this. Give me 1 second. I want to surprise everybody. Who likes dogs? Everybody likes dogs. If you don't like dogs, you're a weirdo. Don't belong in my chat. That's the line for me. You can be any race, sex, political background, I don't care. But if you don't like dogs, get out of here. So let me see. Open up. Oh, there we go. Download that. Open that. Yeah. Okay. So I know this is not X-Files related, and we will finish the episode, I promise. But over here is a window that I call dog TV because, let's see if I can share this. My lab is just chilling. She's just chilling with her head on the little thing, just looking outside the window. Being a dog. So, she's adorable. She is freaking adorable right now. She's looking out. As I call it, she's dog TV right now. Watching it. Yeah. I should. You know what I was thinking? 100%. I know there's a little bit of a tangent and stuff. I thought about like setting up an area of my office because I have a second webcam and putting it on my dog's live stream. Because, I know most of you come here for me, and I appreciate every single one of you. But I know a lot of you would stay for the dogs. Like, a lot of you would just want to see what my dogs are doing. So I'm thinking about making that a thing. But yes, this is Tracer Bear. She's going to be 9 this year. She's a lab mix. And she likes blue balls. And she also is terrified of aliens like me. So that is the dog of the day. Every day. Except for my dog, my other dog is the little hell demon who is somewhere. I don't know where she is. Anyway, okay. All right, back to the episode. Thank you for staying for dogs. Let's get back into the episode. So, the other business partner decides to send some people to kill her towards the end of the episode. Where is it? Right? Yeah, these two. Why is one of them a chick? I'm just like, they're supposed to be hitmen and one of them is a chick? I guess if you're going after another chick, it's not that big of a deal. I don't know. It just threw me off a little bit to have it. Yeah, this with the long braid. So she gets killed. Oh, where is it? Sorry, folks. Give me 1 second. Let me see. I don't want to get dinged. Oh, look, full screen. She gets killed. The other dude gets held up. And then when Mulder and Scully show up, they pull up both at the same time. Right here, in this car, okay? All right. Pulled up at the same time. It's windy outside. Somehow, they can hear this chick screaming. Fair enough. Whatever. Maybe not insulated walls. Anyway, Mulder, throws off his thing, runs to the door, opens the door, sees this ghost choking the ever-loving day out of the other guy. What is Scully doing? Taking her sweet time? Taking a sip of coffee? Walking up there? Maybe those heels are just a little too much for her right now, walking after a long day of work? I understand throughout the episodes I've seen that they kind of they don't allude. Mulder sees the supernatural aspects and it just reaffirms his belief in stuff. And Scully is never there on time or never able to see these things on time. So she's she's always questioning things, right? And it's a good balance. But I feel like this was not thought of so much. Actually, no, I gotta order burgers. Okay, all right. Enjoy your burgers. Hopefully they're good. What do you put on your burgers, Jana? I'll have to text you and ask you. Have a good day, Jana. I'll see you later. Or talk to you later. One of the two. Anyway, so why is it Mulder? And I understand it's because they want to keep to the fact that Mulder's the one that will always see the belief of it because he has longer legs. Jacob just slicing into my logic. Because he has longer legs. No, I feel it's been written better in the last couple episodes of why they're separate or what happens. So I was never a David Duchovny fan. I will say I'm not. Other than the X-Files and Californication, I haven't seen much of him in. But I don't know. Maybe a couple drinks. I don't know. Jana knows what I'm talking about. She's gone. Anyway, so he gets to witness this dude just being choked in midair. Which, by the way, when I make the thumbnails ahead of time for this, I don't watch the episode. I just go in blind. So when I look for the images to use for the thumbnails, I just grab whatever weird image I can find on Google, right, before I watch the episode. And I really thought this episode was going to be something about like alien abduction, because I thought this guy was like being like, I don't know, pulled up off, like, I didn't realize he was being choked to death by a ghost. So come to my surprise that this was an episode about ghosts instead of an episode about aliens. So Lauren then eventually so there's two investigations going on. Investigations into the business, and then the X-File investigation into this ghost, right? And Lauren decides not to speak to anyone, and it wasn't until Mulder was like, Howard's actually like protecting you from beyond the grave, right? Like, I believe you. And that's when she's able to open up. X-Files has a way of throwing off expectations. Yeah, Jersey Devil was a big letdown. He was in Evolution. What is Evolution? (2001). Never seen it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of, which I haven't seen the other one too. Is it Idiocracy? Is maybe the other one too? Yeah, never seen either of these. Is it worth my time? So far, it's got 6.10, not bad. She finally admits to it that she feels his presence, that Howard from beyond the grave told him, like, I was murdered, I didn't kill myself, I do have to see Idiocracy. Maybe. Everybody tells me you do. So, that being said, movie recommendations. Again, thank you everybody who's tuning in as I ramble through on the X-Files. Appreciate you all. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. There's 27 of you watching. That being said, this coming Tuesday is going to be my monetization celebration at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. I have like a bunch of guests that will be rotating in and out. We're going to be playing horror games that I've created. I'm going to be raffling off some cool stuff depending on super chat tiers. But one of the biggest things I'm going to be doing is, if you are in the chat, you can recommend a movie that I will put on a wheel. We will spin it. It doesn't have to be horror related. And it'll be the first members only watch party selection. So make sure you tune in next Tuesday if you can. And if you got a movie to recommend, submit it then. So, because we live it in, that's what I hear, that we live it in literally what we're heading towards as a species. Great. So I thought this episode might have ended here because, she finally admits of what's been going on. So they go in to investigate the place and they can't find anything in the office. And I thought it was a very clever placement for, where is it? I thought it was a very clever, which, by the way, they said bitch. They would say that on Fox. I think it was Fox back in 93. I'm surprised. And this dude tries to kill her, hit her, do something to her, and Howard comes in and intervenes. Give it a minute. YouTube likes to... I got copyright hit yesterday while I was playing a video game. I'm a stream playing a video game last night, and I got copyrighted hit. I had to trim out like 7 seconds. Weirdest thing ever. Like, really? I'm playing a game. Everybody streams playing games. How does this hit? But I guess it was because of the song used in it. Weird. I'm sorry. She gets emotional, right? And she tries to go after him with the little like envelope knife opener. That's when Howard intervenes, I believe, and takes her, intervenes, pushes this guy up against the wall. They're asking, don't kill him, please, just don't kill him. Shows where the evidence is. Help us find the evidence, right? And all this time, I'm thinking, there's no way where they found this evidence, where it could be. Dun dun dun. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah. First of all, what kind of wallpaper is this for it to have like almost be a fabric material? It's a weird place to put a disk drive. And yes, I know what that is because I'm that old. I use them. It's a weird place to put a disk drive. I'm not wrong, right? It's a weird place. And the fact that it's like weirdly fabriced wallpaper. I don't know. I think it was kind of funny. So find the evidence. They're able to arrest him. She goes on, decides to move on, and she feels that it's fabric wallpaper. It's a weird concept. Maybe I've just never seen it in real life. And she now I believe she will go on with her life thinking any little coincidence of like something happening to help her will come from Howard. Like it's her guardian angel. It's the person protecting her for the rest of her life. So in a father-daughter kind of thing, not those type of books I read. So that is my rambling of X-Files season 1 episode 6, The Shadow. I really dig this episode. I thought I was getting an alien episode just by the images I was pulling. Nah, I was getting a ghost story. Very creepy. I would actually give this a 2 alien heads out of 5 in rating of creepiness. The idea of the afterlife is a Achilles heel for me. It terrifies me. So I think I dig it. I think it was very, very creepy. Sometimes the X-Files had stories that were too ambitious for a 15-minute show. Yeah, that's why I wonder with the reboot what they're going to do. And also, these are like 22 episode seasons, which, my God, I didn't realize what I was getting myself into by watching this. And again, I'm definitely doing season 1 on this channel. And if you guys enjoy spending time with me on Saturday mornings, I'll dip into season 2 and we'll continue until you guys go, yeah, I'm kind of tired of the X-Files. Oh, that's fair enough. But 22 episodes per season, if they're going to reboot it with the logic of how seasons and episodes are, that means we're probably going to get anywhere between 8 to 13 episode seasons. The pervy boss wanted relations with the ghost. 8 to 13 episodes. So let's think an hour, and probably we're going to get an overarching arc throughout each season. I don't see how they could do it. They should bring back 22 episode seasons. And I think what's going on with my hair there? I think the interesting part is, while the budget for these seasons, I'm sure not that bad, the writing is very good. Very good on this. I don't know. Hold on. That was on. I hate when the touch up my camera aspects of StreamYard's on, because I feel like I look like a porcelain like doll or something. It's weird. The old Night Gallery horror TV show are so. What is that? Tom, you're just dropping knowledge. Let's see. Night Gallery. Ooh. Oh! Rod Serling introduced Tales of Terror. Oh, 1969 to 1973. That's why I'll check this out. I will check this out. I'm watching Farscape. I love Farscape. I'm gonna start Battlestar Galactica on my own, and then I've never seen Stargate, so I'm starting that. With my husband because he watched it, he enjoys them, so I'm gonna watch it with him. Won't be covering it because it's sci-fi, but for my own accord. Last year I watched for the first time all of Sopranos, which was very good. That was entertaining, and so this year I'm going to do Stargate, Battlestar Galactica, and then I really, really want to watch all of the James Bond movies and catch up on it. Was it worth it, Stargate? I don't know if we can go back to 24 episodes. It'd be too expensive. Okay. If we went back to 22 to 24 episodes at a lower budget per episode. I'm not talking about these like episodes that need like $5-6 million to produce. What was the budget? Hold on, I want to know. What was the budget of season 1 X-File episodes? $100,000 per episode has been the estimated budget for the X-Files. If we went back to focusing more on being creative in the writing, not so much on the visual aspects. I know younger generations, it's more a visual thing. I think you could do it. Above my pay grade, but you could do it. You could do it. It's indeed a good watch. Okay. Yeah, he won't watch Battlestar Galactica with me, but I like political stuff, so I thought, oh, why not politics in space kind of deal. And I don't know spoilers for any of it, so we're gonna watch all of that and go there. So that is X-Files season 1 episode 5 and 6. Episode 5 being the weakest out of all the 6 episodes so far for me. Wanted a big monster reveal. I have not watched the Stargate 1999, so we're gonna watch the movie and then lead into the series. I think that's the plan. And there's like multiple spin-offs, right? Like there's Stargate Atlantis, Stargate SG-1. For some reason, I thought Stargate was Sliders, which is another show I've seen like clips from, but I've never seen. My parents weren't big into sci-fi. They're like the most sci-fi my dad has ever watched in his life is the original Star Wars movies. And that's the only reason why I saw them. Other than that, like neither parents were big into sci-fi. Yeah, I can't think of another sci-fi movie my dad was like, yeah, you gotta. That's why I probably never saw Alien or Aliens. Movie than the TV show, perfect. I watched the 1980 Battlestar Galactica with Grandparents Memories. I'm gonna watch the newer one, the updated one, Atlantis and University. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, I've only ever seen one episode of Star Trek. The original one, like the original show. Never seen any of the other ones. Like, my husband's trying to talk to me about, is it Deep Space Nine maybe is one of them that he wants. Never got into Star Trek. I've seen, I think, one movie back in the early 2000s that came out. But other than that, it had more of a horror aspect to it, too. Can't remember which one it was. Hold on. I can tell by the... Let's see. No, I want a list of Star Trek movies. Let's see. It's going to be one... I think it's either First Contact that I watched or no, it's is it Nemesis? Maybe. No. Maybe? It's one where I think is it Jesus, why can't I remember? Because there was like gunk and goo and like there's like certain scenes that had like really no, it's this one. First Contact. That is the only Star Trek movie I've seen. Because I remember this chick's big ass head. Hold on. Does it share? Oh. Right there. I live Star Trek. Love it. Love Deep Space Nine. Okay, maybe I'll venture into Star Trek after about Stargate. Maybe. The only Star Trek episode, I can't remember. It's with is it what is the big villain in Star Trek that I can't remember? And it's Jesus. I think it's called the Seed or something I saw. Space Seed? Space Seed. So Space Seed is the only episode I've ever seen of Star Trek. So, and I've seen like the J.J. Abrams movies, but I feel like even though I don't know Star Trek canon or lore, I feel like those movies, most fans, and correct me if I'm wrong, would say they're not really Star Trek, or they just don't come off to me. They just come off to me as like action space movies. I don't know. That chick in The First Contact played Ghost in Ghost Story in 1981. 100% total scary. Yeah. Watch it. Ghost Story, 1981. Ghost Story, 1981. Let's see. Okay. I'll check this out. I'm adding it to my list. Cool. All right. Yeah, I figured Star Trek fans are not a fan of JJ's Star Trek. I didn't know. I was naive. What can I say? Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to thank everybody in the chat. You guys are awesome. Especially Jake. Thank you again for the $5 super chat. And I'll be back in a couple hours on this channel at 3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern with Vex, Blue Collar Loser, Enzo, and the Uninspired Reviewer. We're gonna be tiering vampire movies. I made them watch about 30 vampire movies. It should be a good time. So, and then I will be back next week here at this time, hopefully with no technical difficulties. Knock on wood. Talking about episode 7 and 8 of X-Files season 1. So again, you guys are awesome. I love just hanging out with you guys. Will I be joining the I'm not today, but I will be on February 13th. We'll be talking about Warlock over on Pop Culture Minefield. So later, Shield, Jacob, Rachel, Tom, you guys are awesome. Zax, Jana, Chris. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I think I got everybody there. Thank you for spending your Saturday mornings with me. And until next time, y'all, stay spooky.